Yeah, so we spent the last couple of days molding. I've been busy on this. It's all apart for welding stuff. So that'll come back together pretty quick. Today's goal, Mitchell yelled at me so he can keep track of whatever the footage is. Today's goal is to demold all of the engine cover halves, well, the two halves. So we spent the last few days doing that. So we're doing that today, and then my goal is to try to have these things in carbon, get some carbon in the molds tomorrow. So that's that. In the meantime, we didn't film the first one because I didn't know how much of a disaster it was going to be, but it was not a disaster. So that's the first half. It's honestly the easiest foam mold I've demolded. What's up, Connor?
It got really warm really quick.
So we woke up to snow this morning. On the way to work this morning, I should have filmed it, but there's a truck upside down in someone's yard just down the road from my house. And then it's what? It's here, it's at least 60. Yeah, but you go out in the road, it's 40, but it's something people don't think about. Like, we're 2 months from peak of summer, which means we basically have the August sun level right now. Like, it's anyway, so the sun is strong. It's still cold, except for in the driveway. So we're demolding this. Are you all the way around?
Yeah, we're about ready for.
Let's just go right from the top.
Go right from the top?
Yep. We'll just tip it right up from the top. You gotta slide it around. Work a couple sticks in so we can start getting water dripping. And then I guess I'll try to set up a time lapse. God, that thing's dirty. So anyway, I'll set up a time lapse so we can capture stuff. Okay, you ready? So it came off a little harder because we did a little different thing. So right here, that's what was holding. We did have a breakthrough. But it's off. It's a part that gets cut off, so I don't care. So we just missed a little bit of all right, what we got? This one's actually in better shape up there. 2 almost perfect molds in one day. That's impossible. All right, I'm gonna fire up the pressure washer.
A little bit.
A couple tip it more, you can lay it right back. Maybe a couple little voids here, but I almost don't want to touch them because it's, yeah, I think we're just gonna ignore those and just get this thing done.
Yeah,
let's mock this up. Just set it down, right? No, I got it. Okay, so we got that, we got them together and they work, sort of. Yeah, they do. I'm happy with it. So maybe what we do, we pre-lay just the hood scoop inside with carbon. We pre-lay that only, and then we'll do a clean seam at the base, and then in here we can just do big sheets of carbon. You know what I mean? Because this is easy, relatively easy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna infuse this because the autoclave's not ready and we need this part. So I guess we could do pre-preg, but I also don't have the budget for that. I've got stuff to do this out of infusion, so we're doing that. So yeah, good job, everybody. Ray, Connor, Debbie. So that's pretty bad. We jam these out. I mean, 2 days of molding and
1 day each.
1 day each, and They turned out really good. So we're gonna do just some touch-up sanding on a couple spots, and that's that. And then, yeah, demolding the carbon part should be pretty easy because we'll just basically slip things in the flanges. One side or the other will pop off.
Yeah.
So awesome. Now it's time to sand and get ready. I want this part for this weekend. So we could get it all ready, and then by next Tuesday, especially like 80 out, we could
cook it in the sun.
Yep. If it's sunny, but if it's not, we can still, it'll still cook
We have
quicker.
to like set this thing up on sawhorses on upside down so we can lay it inside.
I know. It won't be that bad. We can set them on this flange, that long ways. So what we'll probably do is, like, I'll have you measure 3 inches all the way down it, and we'll cut the flange at 3 inches. Cut both flanges, and then we'll get it aligned and start drilling holes, and then line it up. So we'll probably cover that, but yeah, we'll get sanding first. So sick.
Cool. A few moments later.
Yeah, we have a floor underneath diffuser. Went and got this out of storage, and we got to cut some stuff. So this diffuser is supposed to be about 20 inches off the ground at a 3-inch ride height, and we're nowhere near it. So we gotta cut it so the lower control arms can go through. And then under full compression, it probably will level out to where it almost seals it off again. But anyway, so snip, snip. So without it being on the lift, the only real way to get the diffuser out from under it is to use a cherry picker. Having light cars is kind of amazing. I might have pulled wheels off. I think I will, because I don't want to go up much higher with the chassis. I don't want to break the front of the chassis off the table. But got the control arms marked. This rear one's going to get cut almost all the way through. Front one I'm going to go about halfway. Probably down 2 inches at least. So that way we can clearance. Get this diffuser picked way up. Snip, snip! That's wild. Oh, I hate cutting stuff. Get the wheel back on this side. Shut this hose off. Fan off. Okay, see if I know how to measure. Oh, hello. It appears that I do know how to measure. Wow, it's kind of fun. Tape measure I was looking for. Ha. Okay, so what we have, it's still not hitting anywhere under here. That's actually really good right there. My goal is to try to have the floor have an actual rake, which car one never did. It actually had a negative rake, just because things happen. And yeah, so I may have to go even more yet, actually. So what I did was, oh, it's still barely, I mean, you can see, oh, that makes me cry. So much work to get that. But as the car settles, it'll actually come down, and the control arms will probably damn near block the diffuser holes. So not a bad thing, I guess. Okay, so what do we got? Looks like we have a little bit of rake. I want to say I want to check CAD, but I forgot I've kind of got a setup for this. So it does want more. So with a 3-inch ride height, They wanted 20 inches, and the back of the diffuser is at 19.5. So I'm going to go through and mark whatever's hitting and trim a little more to get the diffuser to come up more. And actually, the chassis itself is really raked out, so I'm probably going to be maxing it out even further. So after some adjustments, it is dialed. Yeah, it's never fit like this before, and it's wonderful.
That's what she said.
So car one, basically the way the subframe was designed and everything, it would hit so hard that the diffuser was actually doing this. So I basically just cut this and did all that. So, and that happened because, well, Seb's in Switzerland and I'm in Buckley, and someone got some measurements wrong somewhere, probably me. So the diffuser was designed for a little bit different measurements or whatever. But in this case, I think we have a good compromise. I think whatever little protrusion we have with the aero tubes, which I'm glad I did, will be made up by having a proper rake on the diffuser. So pretty excited about that. Let me make sure it doesn't fall off. It's getting close. So obviously this is just all mocked up. Another thing I could do is I could actually build a false floor for all this to mount, because that part of the chassis there is actually, well, this simulates, this is the ground right here. This simulates a 3-inch ride height. So we have room to drop that a little bit if we have to for optimal fitment. But for now, that's good enough for that. I just wanted to show you guys tunnels. Look at that. Boom. Huge tunnels. I love it. So this one's going to be rowdy. And I have the rear suspension up pretty high too. I'm not sure it's going to be that high. Or actually, you know what? It's probably going to be higher. Because if this is how this is fitting, according to CAD, the back of the diffuser needs to be, and I'm talking right here, because we don't have this lip in CAD, I'll cut it off later, wants to be 20 inches. So, ground level, 20 inches. So, according to CAD, everything's going to fit. It's about 20 inches behind the center of the wheel, and I'm at 19.5. I would have to notch some of that some more. So I probably will. I mean, I'd rather just get it exact. Because yeah, the rest of the car kind of fits off this. So slide these back a ½ inch. Looks like I would have to notch that and that. It's kind of wild, but the push rod basically hits there. I may need to trim that. That way the car can go into droop without hitting anything. So diffuser is not as stiff as the first one, because I knew we were going to have a bunch of connectors back to the chassis, so I figured we'd save some weight. I mean, I think one of the earlier videos it was 30 pounds lighter than the other one, and we throw 5 pounds of bracing at it. I have a bunch of titanium in stock, so we'll do some bracing off back of the tranny out to here, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I'll get this thing to slide backwards where it's supposed to go. Oh, that makes me excited. We've never had that before. This actually should make a lot more downforce than the first car. Just, this will make what it said CFD wise. So Paul, I think you'll appreciate it. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, as you can see, still have the front tacked. I'm sure that's going to break any minute, but it's started to pick up. So I have the car raked already compared to a flat chassis. So we'll see. It might go rake. It might want more rake. Actually, that will benefit because with the last transmission, I'm not going to advertise for them anymore. We had everything planned out for proper roll centers and all that. The control arms were up quite a bit higher. But this one, because of the way the casing design is from Sadev, which is fine, basically these are a lot lower than the other one. So to offset that, we basically just rake the car. And that's according to Eric from Speed Street. And it's I got lucky and I did my research on bump steer stuff, and I got the car to run without bump steer. But beyond that, roll centers, I haven't done that kind of research. I go to my team for that one. I just build. So yeah, pretty cool. Seb, oh, I don't think I covered this yet. We got radiators in. So I wanted to kind of mock this up. But that can go anywhere in there basically. So the radiator goes right here. And then that's the outlet duct. When I was at Palatov, I discovered a company that does custom cores and full radiators and stuff too, but took a picture, saved it. While they've opened a new company called Power Core, I guess. Yeah, here's the radiator cores. So I laid the ducting over, and that's the size of the duct. It's like 22.5 by 14.5. Pretty thick core, looks like a really nice construction. 150 bucks. So they didn't sponsor, they didn't do anything. And that was me banging those up. I dropped the, I'm a moron. So yeah, so I got 4 of them so I could build an extra. I will have a bunch of extra little guys. When I cut these off, I'm gonna cut them to size. And actually based on that, I might not. Sebastian's gonna run some new numbers tonight and make sure we wanna cut them. They might hang inside of the actual outlet duct. Actually, I'll grab it and mock it up. It might hang inside the outlet duct, which is fine. It'll just be kind of dirty air escaping. We'll have enough escape velocity stuff, so it won't matter as much, but I'll show you guys what I mean. Whoa. Obviously, this is just chilling. But it seems like I spend a lot of my time. I gotta get a board. I spend a lot of my time just thinking and looking at the car, so that way I don't go backwards. I go backwards as little as possible anyway. Anyway, yeah, so somewhere about there. Based on CAD, obviously it goes like that. We will have an inlet duct and an outlet duct. We do need to let air past here because that's where, actually this can slide forward quite a bit. It's gonna fall. I don't want to mess with it too much. I'll end up damaging the car, but as long as we have air slide past there, we can stack the intercooler right here, and that's where the intercooler, well, the radiator for the water to air intercooler, which is right here. That's where that will get its air from. And then the other side, we're going to do engine oil cooling. So there you go. You can kind of see, whoo, don't fall. You can kind of see if we leave it that long, it'll just be poking through and we'll have a little bit dirty air. So the fact that we have all this open tubing back here, which is good, we may actually do some extra ducting if we need to coax some more air to this intercooler. Since the turbo is going to be back there, all this is going to go boom up under there, through there. I just ordered those from ATP Turbo today, so and the head flanders are done from a Spalding local place. So we'll be building turbo stuff, radiator stuff. I'm kind of gonna, I'll probably triple, quadruple check the floor placement, and then I'll probably build mounts for it so I know where it's at, so I can start fitting radiators and build bracing. And we could also, I guess, make the front floor, build bracing for that. Here's these getting some touch up. This one, we got a couple big voids we have to fix, so we're filling and sanding those. And then, oh, yeah, she looks pretty good. Good job, Connor. So get these doctored up. This next week is going to be busy, and then I get Brian full-time after Wednesday because he's done with school. So Brian is almost another one of me, at least fabrication-wise. So all the gussets for the control arms that we still have to do, he'll be doing, because that leaves me to do wiring or whatever else. So anyway, so that is that. I am excited. Things are rocking. I'm always nervous about time frame, but so far it's going well. So we'll check in tomorrow with some more fun. I don't even know what I'm working on tomorrow. We'll find out.